Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to the channel. So we're about 5 days off now until the release of the Samsung Galaxy S10, and me and my partner have just taken delivery of a couple of cases by Spigen, and thought we'd do an unboxing for you. So let's move into the other room and get these unboxed. Right, so let's start off by having a look at the outside of these boxes first. Now, first one we have up is the Ultra Hybrid S, which is for the Galaxy S10 Plus. Apparently it's form fitted for device, ultimate everyday protection and stable mounting, and states there on the bottom is for the Samsung Galaxy. Something you want written on the side there, and the Spigen logo on the other side. And on the back just says the same that was on the front, back protection. Moving on to the other one. As you can see, exactly the same packaging, even the same writing on the side there. All they've done is shoved a different sticker on the front of the box. So it's just a generic box with different stickers on. And my partner's one is the liquid crystal, again for the Galaxy S10 Plus. So I'll start off by opening up this one, I think, first. So we've got a pull tab here. Funny enough, you pull it. Nothing else in the box. So the first things we have is a lens and screen cleaning wipe. Nice little addition, I suppose. Not the sort of thing I normally had in a case before. Normally with sort of screen protectors and stuff, but yeah. Then we have some instructions there saying about if there's a stain and how to clean it. And then moving on to the case itself. So this one is very flexible, like a sort of jelly-like feel to it. So we got the, I'm guessing that's power button that will be there, volume up and down, and the dreaded Bixby button, which apparently now, if you didn't know, is there's been an update which will make it remappable, so you'll be able to assign that to do anything now, which is great news. Cut out there for the cameras. On the top, I'm guessing that's a hole for microphone. And then your cutouts on the bottom. They are quite shallow, so I don't think you're going to have an issue putting in a plugging in a headphone cable in there. I know in the past when I've had sort of bigger cases with some sort of headphones, it can be a bit of an issue, but I don't think it will be with that one. Whether this will yellow over time, I don't know. We've had ones in the past that do go off-white pretty quickly. Again, on the edges sort of go yellow. I mean, in the light area, it sort of almost looks a little bit yellowy on some of the parts, but you know, on the edges along here. So anyway, let's move on to the next one and see how that one compares. So this is the Ultra Hybrid S. Again, pull tab. More of a fitted wrapper on this one. So we've got some instructions there saying about if the kickstand comes off. I know what I do because I've had one of these before myself. And there you have the case itself. We have no wipe with this one. This one is a harder back to it. Still a bit of flex in it, but not as much as that one, as you can see, and that one very pliable. So this one offers a bit more protection, which I prefer myself. And again, you've got your power button on that side, hole at the top for a mic. This one seems to have a bit more protection in the corners, a bit thicker on the top edge compared to that one. Yeah, definitely a thicker in the corners there. So we'll again offer a bit more protection on the corner drops, volume buttons, and the Bixby key. Now on this one, it's actually slightly smaller, if we can see that, than that one. That one's longer. You'd think they'd be the same, but no. And again, looking at the difference here, I don't know if well that's picking up on camera, but you can see quite a bit of a sort of colour difference. But again, yellowy, like a bit someone's been smoking fags round by it or something. I know this has got a film on it, which I won't take off at the moment because I want to keep it all fresh, obviously, for when the new phone arrives. Again, you can see, if I get that lined up there, oh, sorry about this, folks, how it is slightly thicker on the one on the right. It's offering more protection again. So when it's face down like that, cutouts, let's have a look at that. Ever so slightly deeper on this one. Again, more harder around where the cutouts are. And then moving on, we've got the kickstand. So this flips out like that and will stand up like that. Bear in mind, I've had ones with kickstands before, genuine Samsung ones, which the kickstand runs like vertical on the device. So when you open it up, you can either stand it that way or that way. So just bear that in mind, that you can only have the phone in that orientation, which, if I'm rightly thinking, the new hole punch cameras will sit that side. So you are unable to have the cameras on down, you know, sort of down the bottom side there. Whether that would be an issue, I've got no idea. So yeah, it's magnetic. Got the Spigen logo on there. Nice, satisfying. And I'm sure you're annoy people fiddling around with that. I know I did with my old one. And they do pop out the case, but it does say not to worry. If it does pop out, you can just literally push it back in, as you can see there. So yeah, I'm happy with the one that I've got. I've had one for the Note 8 before in the past, and I was pleased with it. Offered fairly good protection. I mean, I wouldn't sort of throw the phone around on purpose in it. I've had sort of more durable cases, but you know, it'd save it in, you know, the average sort of drop, I'd imagine. This one, probably not so much. Still better than no case at all, but it is very basic, and I do have concerns about, you know, the sort of it changing sort of colour over time, to be honest. And like I said, even now, it's not as clear looking as this one. Looks a bit smoky looking. But for the, you know, for the price, I think this one was, my partner paid about £9 for it, and mine I paid 13. Now, just a bit of a tip: if you go to Spigen's own website here in the UK anyway, they are quite a bit more money. I actually went to Amazon, where that one was, I think it was £4 cheaper, and I think it's about £4 cheaper as well for my partners. So yeah, have a look on Amazon first. You might save yourself a few quid there. Now, one thing I have just noticed, I've got my old Galaxy Note 8 case, and that is looking at the kickstand, the one for the S10, it does protrude quite a bit more. And I know the reason why. Now, I did show you this, where it says about if the kickstand comes out, which on my Note 8 one, it could literally just come out like that. And you'd simply just pop it back in. Now, it says for this one, that this one will come out, and I did say, oh, you know, just pop it back in, but just having a quick look at it, it's actually glued, by the seams of it, into it. And I'm glad I didn't push it too hard, because I do think if that comes off, it won't go back on properly again, because it is actually glued on there, as opposed to being actually fitted into the case itself. Now there you can actually feel the stand, where this one is actually just the case itself. That isn't embedded all the way through. You know, that is just the plastic there. And yeah, it is sunk slightly, but not all the way through. So yeah, you might want to just be careful of that, that if it comes off, it might not actually go back on again. So why they've included that, I've got no idea, because I think that's more relevant to the old one than this one. But looking at it on the desk, it will sit up quite a bit more. What it will be like with the phone in it rocking, I don't know. But it does lift up the bottom edge, obviously, because that protrudes, so something to bear in mind. Right, one other thing I just want to point out before I finish up this video. I was going to just finish it on the last bit, but my partner just pointed out to me, which is a valid point actually, that with this, let's get it to focus, the stand protruding so much, it could be quite an issue when you're trying to slide it in and out of your pocket. I mean, I've got some baggy sort of joggers on at the moment, and even with those, I must admit, I mean, the phone isn't in it, but it did snag a bit getting in and out of my pocket. So something just to be aware of, that, you know, it is quite sort of a ridge there. And also, I would imagine that that's going to scratch up pretty bad, to be honest, the way it protrudes like that. So just something to bear in mind there, if you're thinking of getting this one, that there's a good chance, you know, it's not going to be smooth getting it in and out of your pockets. And over time, that is going to, I'd imagine, wear pretty bad, to be honest. So yeah, just thought I'd want to add that last little bit in there. And there you have it then, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and maybe think about subscribing if you'd like to see more of the same in the future. And talking more of the same, me and my partner get our phones on Friday. Both of us are getting S10 Pluses. Both getting different colours. I'm not going to give it away just yet what we're getting. Keep that as a bit of a surprise. And I'll be doing loads of videos comparing them to my Note 9, which I'm recording on at the moment. Do camera comparisons, speed tests and all that sort of thing. So yeah, I mean, if you've got any suggestions of things you'd like to see, drop a comment down below and I'll try and fulfill those for you. I'll be doing an unboxing of it, obviously, and of my partners. And yeah, so plenty more videos to come to do with the Galaxy S10. Before I go, just want to say a big thanks again to all my subscribers for sticking with the channel. And once again, big thanks to all you new subscribers. Been getting loads coming in recently and really appreciate it, I really do. So yeah, thanks again, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now.